All right, what's going on, y'all, man? We back at it with another one, man. We got our regulars on here. I know everybody know who all three of y'all is, man. Shout out to my boy Legend Man being back on the show. What up, boy?
What's up, legend? What up?
Hell
What up?
yeah. You know, we had to put the time up a little bit early, man, because you know we got people on the show that's in New York, bro. He said he can't be doing it at midnight. You got to go to work in the morning. Shout out to that boy Real Holla, man. What up, Real?
What up, though? What up, though?
What's up,
Mm-hmm.
real?
Last but not least, man, y'all know who it is, man. Always on the show support, man. Always kicking game, knowledge, and dropping jewels, man. Shout out to that boy. What up, 80 West?
You already know, man. You already know, man.
We good, 80.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
80, you sound staticky. Your
Mm-hmm.
phone sitting on something.
Say it again.
That
You
nigga say
sound,
your phone sounds staticky.
Can you
your
hear me
phone
now?
sitting on something.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still
Your,
static?
yeah, what your phone sitting on? I can tell it's sitting on something.
It's in my hand now.
Oh, something. It sounds
I'm gonna
right.
re-click back on.
All right, come on back in and we'll just go and get started, y'all. While you doing that. Hey, so check this out, man. So we got this in the title of the show tonight is being a provider a scam for most men. Now, Real, I know you got your own TikTok channel going on, man, and people been tuning in, checking you out, man. I've seen the numbers going up. That boy in the tens of thousands now, people watching. Hey, man, so check this out. So I know you did something similar to the topic, man. So I'm gonna actually let you lead it off on the show, man. But man, how you feel about a man paying 100%? And is men being scammed nowadays in today's world with being a sole provider of the household, or not even? Let me rewind that. Not just the household, because I don't want to say because kids involved. Should a man be 100% sole provider for a girlfriend
No,
or wife? Because you know it got to be a difference, man. You
right,
can't get wife treatment and you just a girlfriend.
right.
So, man, tell me what your opinion about that is, bro.
See, my thing about this whole thing is right is that what everybody is failing to realize is that to to build a foundation, to build a foundation for your kids, right? That you could leave them something that they could, they'll be good when you're gone. It takes two people. It don't take one person. Because if I'm the sole provider and you just home and you don't do nothing, you don't have no skill, you don't have no nothing, you're not managing the money, you're not doing anything. All that happens is if something happens to me, everything is gone. And
Everything.
this is why being the sole provider, it makes no sense because we don't even live in an economy where you could be at most majority people. The reason they're called 1% is because it's 1% of the population that's rich. So everybody else is working class. They may have money, but you can't operate in this economy. You can't operate in this world unless you and your partner are doing it together. And
That's
even if you have a woman that even if she's not working, she's managing the money and making the money grow, right? Because
the key word you used was
but,
partner.
but
That's the
right,
key
but
word.
and that's the thing that people don't understand is that this thing of being a sole provider. Listen, if I'm not Bill Gates, if I'm not Elon Musk, if I'm not Jeff Bezos, I can't be the sole provider, right? Most of us can't be the sole provider. Even if you make good money, it still makes no sense for you to be the sole provider because then, like I said, at the end of the day, you end up in the hospital. You pass away, God forbid, or let's say some bullshit like, and I'm just saying for example, like Puppy, right? Like you lose everything. That person, what they gonna do when they don't know what to do? They don't have no skill. They don't know nothing. And now they're just sitting there looking at the money dwindling down because they don't they can't
They
they can't
can't
help
add to it. They
they
can't
can't,
add to it.
Yeah, they can't add to it. They can't make it grow. They can't add to it. So the post that I did, I was saying that I don't, I can't get in a relationship with nobody unless our plan is for both of us to be able to create passive income and sit in the house, right? I can't. If I want to be able to be with somebody that we could both sit down, we could have meetings, once a month, every 2 weeks, whatever, and we figuring out plans and we doing stuff together to make a foundation for our kids for the future. That whatever they choose to do, they choosing to do it because they want to, not because they have to. If my kid at some point they want to go work at McDonald's, it's because he wants to work at McDonald's because he wants his own money, right? Or whatever the case may be, but not that he has to. And that's the thing. Listen, even major companies, even Fortune 500 companies, they don't do it by themselves. Jeff Bezos ain't doing it by himself. You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk ain't doing it by himself. They still got partners. They still got a board. There's a whole list of people that he has helping them keep this thing going. And that's the same thing for your household. The same way you build a company, and you build that foundation for your company, the same way Walmart is still running, the same way Target is still running, the same way Johnson and Johnson is still running, because they built the foundation and they didn't do it by themselves. So that's the same thing with your family and your household. You can't just have one person doing everything, because it's not going to work.
And it's also the key word that you used was partner. Motherfuckers gotta understand when you're in a relationship with somebody, that's a team. And the whole meaning of the definition of a team is multiple people working together for the same goal. So if you're not doing that, what are we doing? Now, like when you say the one percenters, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna keep it a band. Like, if I was a one percenter, whether not even to the extreme of a Jeff Bezos, but just a 6-figure dude or a 7-figure dude or whatnot, I wouldn't make my wife have to pay nothing on the bills and all of that. But she would have to have something that she's doing. She'd have to have her own hustle, her own product, her own brand, her own something that she's pushing to bring to just to be able to obtain as much money as we possibly could. Because at the end of the day, like you said, it's about leaving a legacy. It's all about, I got kids, bro. So at the end of the day, like everything that we got going on is strictly to make sure that if in the unfortunate event that you pass, your kids you got something to pass down to your children. And if we're not working together for that, then it is a scam. You got to think about the world that we live in right now, bro. Like everybody got to carry their own weight. If you could be independent by yourself, what makes you think that you can't double or triple your living experience if you have a solid partner that's willing to do it with you? So when it's and we got to keep in mind too that we live in a time where that agenda is getting pushed as well. It gets pushed, especially on our women. Oh, you can be independent. Oh, you don't need no man. Or you can do this and you can do that. And then it's like, okay, the flip side to that is, okay, when you're by yourself, how you doing? How you living? How is your world? How's your life experience when you're living by yourself? And is it better for you that way?
And that's why I'm kind of glad that they pushing that whole thing about Gucci Mane and Keisha, because that's a perfect example of perfect example of you left your woman $2 million. She doubled it, and when you came back, she gave it right back to you, and plus some. You know what I'm saying?
Plus some. You know what I'm saying? And so that comes from understanding. That comes from trust. That comes from, you understand what I'm saying? That's the definition. Because if you wasn't trying to build nothing with nobody, you wouldn't have did that. If you knew that person that you was doing that to, then if you thought for the slightest reason that person didn't have your back, you wouldn't have done that. And then you heard I don't know if y'all heard, I think it was with the Breakfast Club, they just did an interview not too long ago, and she was talking about when Gucci, because Gucci got schizophrenia and a couple of bipolarness and some other shit going on. So she like every time he gets in an episode, he finna have an episode, nigga, she take his phone from him. She deletes his social media so he can't go on there and embarrass himself or do no other. Like she on some real I got your back type. Because most women would be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get what I gotta get and dip. Okay, we got a kid. Okay, cool. I know I can get half the money, or you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't too many females in this era who is solid enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna ride all this shit out with you because you my nigga, or you my husband, or you my guy. So when you live like that, when you got that with you, fuck no, you know, being 100% provider is not an issue. You know
Wait,
what I'm saying?
I want to address Stephanie real quick though. Stephanie, the reason why they saying that. See, the reason why people was pushing that agenda of that's his handler. The reason they pushing that because they really, at the end of the day, see that when it comes to positivity with Black community, when it comes to positivity, there's always somebody that's going to throw a curveball in there to try and make shit look like.
Why she say that? She's Gucci's handler. Hell no.
She's saying from the interview on the Breakfast Club. But the thing about it is like saying that she's his handler is like it's just negative.
That's minimizing the fact that she a real one.
Right. That's what they're trying to do.
That takes patience.
Right.
And you really gotta love somebody to stand by that. You understand what I'm saying? That's not just no regular, you know, situation that you got. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knows she dealing with a lot. That nigga have been in jail hella times. You know what I'm saying? Gucci was really in the streets, and then on top of that, he really fucked with them drugs and shit. You know, he admitted himself. You know what I mean? Between the chemical imbalance and the stressors and everything, and then fucking with that lean, his mind was altered. I mean, you know that this is called a spade. But she didn't been with him through all of that. She didn't set out the prison sentence. He was able to give her the bread, bro. So that's somebody that really got your back. A handler make it sound like you dealing with somebody that's like you just somebody in a nursing home or something, and you just dealing with a stranger. That approach will never make it. Because at the end of the day, if you really tapped in with somebody and that's really your partner, remember that's the key word is partner. A lot of times people, oh, that's, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, or I don't know if I'd be like that. Well, then you shouldn't get married then. Right. Because if you're not marrying a person that you feel 100% got your back through thick, thin, no situation is too big, then you.
Did he mute himself?
I think so.
We can't hear you, 80.
Me?
Now it's going in and out.
Yep. So let me talk to Legend real quick then. Legend, man, what's your opinion on that, man? You think men should be responsible of being a 100% sole provider for a relationship? And this can mean a wife or a girlfriend.
I don't think no one person should be 100% responsible. And I think it depends on what we mean, what the individual couple means by provider, because you got like some women think a provider, they look at a man who's a provider as a nigga that's gonna get their nails done, as somebody that's gonna get their hair done and shit like that. It ain't got nothing to do with a household or building a foundation in the crib or even having kids. You know what I'm saying? Like some women, that's what they think. Like I seen a post, it's a real man is going to pay your bills and provide for you, even if you got a man living in the house with you. I read that shit. I'm like, for real, like there's women out here that really think like that. I don't know if there's really women out here think like that, but I'm pretty sure there's at least one woman in this world who would agree with that post. You know what I'm saying? But
a lot of women agree with that post.
Exactly. So I feel like, you know, being a provider, as far as it being a scam, I think that I don't really think it's a scam. I think that narrative is just being abused. You know what I'm saying? Or rather over abused, because we went from like my era. I come from the era where where the man is supposed to take care of the household and pay the bills and all that shit. And now we live in an era where women are dictating what a provider is supposed to do and what a man's role is supposed to be in a relationship, whether it's a marriage or girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever it is, or just dating, seeing each other, whatever the fuck they want to call it, you know what I'm saying, seeing each other, whatever. But like I said, it went from that to here we are today, where a provider is going to make sure my nails is right, my kids is fed, and all this other nonsense. And I don't think first of all, as far as the kids is concerned, if it's not your kids, that should be the man's decision. You can't just be forcing that upon, you know what I'm saying, no dude or nothing like that. But nah, man, 50-50 all the way, whether it's kids involved. If I'm just dating you and you talking about nails and hair and that kind of provider, nah, I ain't gonna be no provider. That's a scam right there. That's a scam trying to get dudes. And there's a lot of simp dudes out here that fall for that scam. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I think 80 said it, man. Like when y'all was talking about the Gucci situation, I'm glad y'all touched on that, because when I was thinking about it earlier, I'm like, there's women like put it this way, fam. I use myself for a perfect example, right? When I was a mail carrier, I was giving a whole check to wifey. The whole check, nigga, that every red cent, like take it all. But I know that she was going to do what she needed to do with the bread because she's the handler. You see what I'm saying? She's going to take care of the bills. She's going to do whatever. But I got access to all the money. You know what I'm saying? I got access to my account, my bread. And I went, when I say 100%, I did take here, like, here's a couple $100 for me. But here's a grand or two for you. You see what I'm saying? And she going to take care of the house. She going to take care of the bills. And I got access to her account, our account, my account, all the monies I have access to, but I'm not abusing that shit. So it depends on what kind of situation you in, you know what I'm saying? And she could look at me as a provider or whatever, but it's not a scam because look at what I'm getting in return from it. I'm good. And that's the kind of relationship that I'm in. So again, it depends on what your situation is or what their situation is. But if you one of them dudes that's out here being that kind of provider where you paying bills and taking care of her household and she got a whole nigga living in the crib, yeah, you getting scammed, bro. If you that type of provider that's paying for her hair and nails and all her personal stuff and all of that, and when you going out, she bringing all her homegirls with her and all that, yeah, you getting scammed. If that's what y'all idea or her idea of being a provider is. And there's some dudes that's their idea of being a provider. Well, if you a simp like that, then yeah, you getting scammed. But there's ways of being a provider and it not being a scam. So
but see, this the thing though. When you use the word provider,
right,
that should only be used in a situation where somebody is married. I don't think as boyfriend, girlfriend, or any of that other shit, provider has anything to do with anything, because you only provide for what is yours. You don't provide for temporary. You don't provide, like, I mean, or maybe that might just be my mindset, you know, coming from the old school or whatnot. But when you use the word provider and boyfriend and girlfriend don't even go in the same sentence together, as far as I'm concerned. So it's like either you providing for the household where you and your girl live at, whether you are just the provider on the bad end of the deal that's a scam, or you're a provider because you're providing for the right person, for a real partner. Now, but I think no matter either way that goes, on whatever side of the coin you on that, the word provider should only be being used in a situation where two people are married. Because
let me cut you off right fast. Not to cut you off, fam, but look at it like this. And again, I use myself as an example. My parents, right? I lost my dad when I was 2. He got murked. You know what I'm saying? My dad got murked when I was 2. She met my stepdad, right? Yeah. So my stepdad been the only dad I know since I was 2, and he was the provider. My parents didn't get married until like the 4th quarter of their relationship, but he was always there. And it was I never knew until a certain point in my life came that he wasn't even my biological. But I couldn't tell the difference between that. I knew what a biological was and then the he was, but I couldn't tell the difference based on who he was and the role he played in that household, not just my life, but in household. So I could say that, and I get your point, fam. I really do get your point. But
no, yeah, but see, in that situation, that's not the same as like boyfriend, girlfriend, because
but they weren't married though. That's what I'm saying. I get your point, but it doesn't necessarily have to be on paper and legally married. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's the role you plan, then that's what you are.
Real talk. Real talk.
Is how you play that role.
But
Because
see,
there's married couples. Check it out, fam. Real quick, I'm gonna let you finish. My bad, fam. Really.
no, it's all good. No, you good. You good.
There's married couples where the nigga's not even a provider.
Yeah, no, you're right. I know some.
Where he ain't even got a job and they married.
I know
You
some.
see what I'm saying? So
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
it depends on how you. It depends on, like we always say, the dynamics of
The dynamics, yeah.
Of their situation, man. And I said I ain't mean to cut you off, fam.
No, you good. I was because when you brought that situation, that the first thing I thought to myself was the way that you explained it. He was there at, like, y'all was under the same roof. So at that point, when the relationship extended as far as it did, there was obviously plans of making that, long term. You know what I mean? So in that situation, yeah, that's the same as being married. That's kind of the direction that I mean, as far as, like, when a girl, these chicks nowadays in this era will expect a boyfriend to do husband shit.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So and I'm talking about from the current era we in right now, and that's what brings the scam part about it. We don't live under the same roof. You ain't, you know what I mean? We not here with each other. We ain't coming home to each other every night. We ain't, you know what I mean? I'm not laying up next to you every night. You ain't cooking no meals. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's
right.
So that's not even the lead up to the provider. Like, at that point, everybody better be providing for themselves. Shit, you know what I mean? Because at that point, you're not even in the same realm of we doing this together. I think the scam part comes in when it's obvious that it goes back to what you was saying, Legend, about the getting the nails done, and he doing this and paying for the weaves, and he doing, he buying bags, and we've missed this generation has misconstrued provider with somebody who's taking care of your wants and needs. I mean, your luxuries and your leisures and things of that nature, and not even putting a roof over your head.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, this is the thing that, and this is the thing that kills me, because first of all, your hair, your nails, and all that stuff, getting that stuff done and maintenance for yourself, that's all about hygiene. So you know what I'm saying? Like that has to do with hygiene. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does, right?
And no, you ain't lying though. You ain't lying.
Yeah, because if you're not, if I don't give you no money, you're not going to maintain your hygiene.
You ain't gonna brush your teeth.
Right. Like, what are we talking about? You ain't gonna comb your hair? It's gonna get matted out? Like, what are we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not something I should have to provide. You should be doing that on your own regardless. It's called hygiene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real shit. Hey, because if a dude ain't got his hair cut, he look dirty.
Right. I ain't actually right. A
woman gonna say a nigga with no haircut is dirty. Boy, I'm saying that nigga dirty. He can have a fresh fit on, looking and smelling good,
right.
But his hair just ain't cut. Boy,
right.
you gonna be on everything in the book. You know what
right.
I mean?
What if I'm some woodsy nigga? Like, what if I'm some woodsy hippie dude? I may take showers every day, but I may have a full facial hair beard. You know what I'm saying? Scrubbed out. I may look like a wolf, but I take showers every day. Like, but it's hygiene. Like, and these women is acting like I'm supposed to maintain your hygiene. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that maintenance, I don't do that.
Yeah, like, you're supposed to be taking care of yourself regardless. So I don't know why we're sitting here. What are you talking about, shorty? So you telling me right now you need money for your hair and nails. We don't even live in the same house. So if I can do this for you, how you gonna look? So you telling me, and that's the role, and then that's how they try to flip it. I'm looking good for you. No, you looking good for yourself, because you want to look like a piece of shit. Like, you want to look.
No, that's real spill. But see but that's what I mean though. Like, I don't mind doing that, but I'm not doing that if we ain't under the same roof.
Right.
Like,
and
you understand what I'm saying? Like, maintenance, that's cool. But most of the time they go out and just do that when they on their time and it's their time or whatever the deal is. But I don't mind doing that, because me and my woman are under the same roof. You know what I mean? Like, that's different, as opposed to oh, this is just somebody you fuck with, you know what I mean? And y'all get together when y'all get together, and it ain't monogamous or whatever the deal is. Then I mean, that's the energy that dudes have been putting into the atmosphere, and so that's why a lot of these ladies think that that's the definition of providing. Providing ain't always about monetary value either.
Right, and this is the thing too. It's like, first of all, let's be clear. Like, I pay for your hair and nails to get done, and let's say I don't see you for a week.
Mm-hmm.
You going to work, you hanging out with your girls, you doing all types of shenanigans. I done paid for your hair and nails and ain't seen shit. By the time I see you, you need your nails done again.
Yeah,
right. Like, what? So if I don't live with you, what am I paying? Why am I paying for this? If we're not in the same household, and if we are in the same household, there's a different story. Because, like I said, if I'm with somebody, I expect. All right, if I like I always say, I want a woman that knows how to manage finance, because I'm not the greatest at it. Right. I know my strengths and my weaknesses. I get money. I bring money. Sometimes I don't know where the hell it's at, but if you go back and look, I could go back and show you. I can show you because I have money, right? And it's like, if I can't find a woman that can maintain that, then I don't want to be with her. But if we're together and we're in the same household, and I'm bringing money in the house, you bringing money in the house, you're not even asking me for no money for your hair and nails, because the money's in the account. Go get it done. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we got a joint account, and we got a joint account, and then we got a joint and you got yours and I got mine, right? Then if you're managing the money right, you're gonna allocate the money that goes to me. You're gonna allocate the money that goes to yourself, and then there's the money that's taking care of the bills. Right, that's in the middle, right? But the money that you allocate to yourself, you gonna go get your shit done. I'm not.
You ever seen a woman pay for the man haircut?
Never.
Yeah.
But the same ones that be asking for you to pay for their nails?
No.
Never.
It ain't that ain't been my experience, but
hey, your haircut might be cheaper than the nails, and she won't even do that for you. She see you every day and knowing you need a haircut. Yeah. Say, babe, go here. Take a couple dollars, go get your haircut for me. You know what I'm saying? Same way they use it to say they try to look nice for you. They want you to look nice for them too. You know what I mean?
Now it's a difference if I say yo, babe, like, let's say we about to go on a vacation or something, like, yo, babe, I need to get a manicure, pedicure myself.
Yeah.
We about to be on the beach and shit. I'm about, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference of like, all right, babe, let's go. And then I give my card or give the cash, to pay for both of our shit. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's another thing if you telling me, oh, send me some money to go do this, that, and I'll send you money to go get some lunch.
Yeah.
But even me sending you money, yo, baby, here's lunch on me. Go get lunch. You better be, if I'm doing shit like that, you better be taking your money and doing what you got to do to take care of yourself.
Yeah. No, that's real. I mean, go ahead, Les.
No, go ahead, fam.
Oh no, I was gonna say it also depends on the situation too. Like, my girl, she'll be like, let's go get our feet done, because it's really what she want to do. So it'd be like, you know what I mean? That's the kind of shit my girl would do. Like, let's go get our feet done, or you know what I mean? Because it'd be something that she want to do. But it still be cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's how that's how it's supposed to be though. When you got somebody that's really rocking with you, y'all should be able to do for each other. It shouldn't be about who's doing it more or this and that and the other. It should just be, and it shouldn't be out of expectation too, I think, either. Something like that, I think that's more so of, the pop up. Oh, here you go. Here goes something for you to go get your nails done or whatever. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But I don't think it's something that should be an expectation. You know what I'm saying? Like, through the whole course of everything going on. I mean, as a man, we don't have a problem paying for our haircuts. Stephanie said it's way cheaper. Shit, they charge an arm and a leg for haircuts now. Shit.
No, listen, my haircut is still $30 to $40. Thank God for Jesus.
Shit out of shit. These motherfuckers out here charging, boy. $75 a haircut. They charge the shit depending on where
That's
you go.
because they doing all that extra shit, steaming your face.
Yeah, hey man.
Hey, let me tell you this. I'm so real about that. I'm glad you said that shit, because now you just started something.
Hey, man.
I don't like going to niggas barbershops no more because you charge the most amount of money to do the least amount of work. You nigga keep going on my face with some clippers. Man, if you don't put the razor on it like the Mexicans do,
man,
and make sure I ain't got no stubbles, no hair, no nothing, line me
you.
up with the razor, not the upside down clipper.
Yeah.
Man, it ain't the same, bro. The black dudes charge the most to do the least amount of work, and you take hella long.
My barber's black. My barber's black. I still get the
you want
razor.
to enhance this too? You want me to spray? Oh, that's another $25 on top of that. You want me to do this too? Oh, that's another 10. Like, come on, man.
Them boys sweating out Beijing everywhere they going and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That nigga was in your face.
Yeah, they charge.
Listen, my last haircut, I handed my barber $40 in cash. He gave me back 10. I gave him back 5.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
Nah,
Man.
but like talk about, like, I want to touch on Steph, like, real quick. Yo, Steph, she said, like, what's wrong with getting your shorty hair and nails did? It's like we said, it's like 87. If that's what your household is, and that's the kind of relationship you in, then I'm all for it, man. Because it's like special occasion, man. Like, I'd hit my shorty with the day spa hair. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
I already purchased it. You gonna get hair, nails, feet massage, so you ain't gotta come home asking me to massage your shit. You gonna get everything: neck, back, nose, eyes, ears, your chin getting massaged. Like, everything getting done. And after that, here's the joint to go get your nails. To his 75 or 100 or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? For spend however you want at the salon and get your nails and your feet and whatever the fuck. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit every now and again. But one thing I'm gonna tell you like this: niggas at a point, son. Like, ain't no woman paying for no man haircut, no matter how much it costs. But at the same time, I feel like I don't even expect that. I would never expect for one to pay for my haircut, even though I cut my own shit and I shave my own self. I would never expect that. That's a personal hygiene shit. I don't feel like if my shorty never got her nails did, at least clean them bitches. Keep them clean underneath. That's personal hygiene shit, right? Like, getting your nails done and painted and get them all pointy and long. To me, that's not hygiene. That's just like that's dolling up. You trying to get dolled up and look good and be feminine. Like, I look at, there's a thin line. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, like, we don't do all that shit. All we do is get lined up or whatever. And I think that's a hygiene shit. Like Son said, we don't get, because my shit be looking, nigga, I shave like once every week and a half, so I be stay looking dirty, nigga. Like, I do not be trying to be looking clean out here. Like, I shave when I want to shave. I cut my hair when I want to cut it, and I'm just a dirty looking dude, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But it is hygiene, and I know, like, when I do shave, I'm like, I feel cleaner. You know what I'm saying? But again, I take my showers, I brush my teeth, and I keep my nails clean underneath. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But Rel said something I wanted to touch on too. He said, like, he'll throw his shorty a couple of coins for like lunch or like food or whatever. Bro, I seen, and this goes back to being a provider, right? I seen these women. It was an all women podcast, right? And it was one chick talking about how she asked this dude for lunch money. Dude sent her $30 for lunch.
I seen that.
Oh,
you seen that? And she like, yo, nah, next time you got to send me at least a yard. I'm like, yo, $30 is a whole dinner. Like, you don't even have enough time on your lunch break to eat $30 worth of food.
Hey, a dinner for two at some places, shit, for $30.
Yeah. $30, that's like a basic family dining type meal. Like, you go to Chili's or go to Pinche's Tacos or some shit. And, you know what I'm saying? That's $30. That's for you, not for us. For you, $30.
That's lunch for two at Chipotle.
For lunch, you know what I'm saying? For lunch.
Yo, that's motherfucking 2 plates of stewed chicken, rice and peas and cabbage at the Jamaican restaurant. That is $30. $30. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this is real shit. $30. The Spanish, the Puerto Rican, Dominican restaurant, you spend $30, you getting a whole chicken, a whole roasted chicken, rice and beans for $30.
But we know what the play. But we know what the play is on that, though. I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
know what they trying to go eat.
yeah,
And
I mean, no, but
she
it
might
ain't.
go to McDonald's so she can
Hey,
pocket the rest.
hey, I was just gonna
Mm-hmm.
say if she even go eat. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm
Right,
saying? She might not even go
right.
eat.
She going to get
That, that
dollar snack wraps.
that might be the 100 that she's short. That might be the 100 that she's short on rent if you don't live with her.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and
You
that
don't know
cell
if that.
phone
Hey,
do.
that part
Hey,
You
right
feel
there.
me?
yeah, you know
Real
what I
shit.
mean. So
But see,
Nah,
if you
and
start like that, they gonna keep expecting that shit. You know what I
you know
mean?
what's
You got to
crazy?
set the tone from the jump.
You know what's crazy? Majority of women don't even eat a lot. Like I know I've been out to numerous dates where I'm looking at shorty plate like I'm full. I ain't even full yet. Not
or they order something and then bring the rest because they couldn't even
right.
finish what they ordered in the first damn place. So what you eat?
And
Hey, Larry,
$100?
he better
Yeah.
come out here and come see our bike group if he think that. I mean, our
Yo, that's
women
the
in our
first
group
thing I
eat
was
more than
thinking.
the men do.
Let me
I'm
tell
talking
you.
about buffet plates,
Let
nigga.
me, and
Yo, that's the first thing I thought, son. I
let me
said he
tell
ain't
you
been
why.
out
And
here
let me
yet,
tell you
though.
why I'm scarred.
Well, he
Let me
said he
tell you
like
why
Asian women, so
I'm
that's what
scarred.
it is. That's why he look like they don't eat. Come to our group and see.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Yo,
it was a
real
chick. Me
shit.
and her, all we was doing was like we was just smashing. We was just friends with benefits, smashing. We ain't never talk about no relationship, no nothing. She lived like an hour from me, so whenever she would come in the city, she would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna be in the city." So one time, she was like, "Yo, I'm going on a date." I was like, "All right, cool." She was like, "But I'm gonna come over after." Right? I said, "Oh, okay, cool." I said, "Yo, matter of fact, I'm hungry. Yo, give me something to eat. Like, bring me some food. When you leave and whatever, order me something." She was like, "All right, this is no bullshit." She went to order the food, and the dude that she was with on the date, he wanted to show his ass, so he paid for the food.
Mm-hmm.
It was a whole surf and turf. He paid for the food. And she pulled up to my house. Now you done paid. Now this man done went on a date, paid for your food, and you bringing food to another man's house that is that I ain't have to spend no money, and I'm going to eat, and I'm going to smash. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, this is why I'm funny about even doing shit like that. Like I'm funny about even like, yo, like you know, send you money or nah, shorty. You ain't with me. I'm not sending you nothing.
That's what that. But see, that's what goes back to what I'm saying. You can't. You just because you fuck with somebody or you in a some type of situationship with somebody, that's not the same as the person that you can trust that you with. Like you know what I mean? Like that. So that's why from the jump of the whole topic, my whole mindset is it's not there's no position for you to be providing for somebody that you are not building with.
Right.
You on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
what are you doing? Like, I mean,
yeah.
there's no that like for me that don't even resonate. Because at the end of the day, you can only be providing, or you should only be providing for a person that you see long term, and you guys are already in that position to be building to create that long term. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's so it's like it's all type of dudes, and the dudes be the problem a lot of the time too. I'm not gonna sit back and act like it's not the men. It's just women own some bullshit. Some of these dudes don't. Some of these dudes don't have any other value but money. Now
Right. They leave with money. They leave.
Listen to what I'm saying. They have no other value but money. And you don't think that majority of the women can smell that on a cheesy ass dude with a big bankroll? So I mean, you really honestly can't blame them. I mean, because as men, we done been in that same situation too, where it was, somebody who was extra friendly or she was super frolicky because she seen us and she was feeling us, and it was straight to the teller. You know what I mean? Or straight to straight to the mall, or straight to you feel what I'm saying? So it kind of falls in your lap, but there are some people who literally seek that out. There are
Yeah.
some people. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just
Go
saying there's some women that is their whole agenda. Like they're not in it for the love. They're not in it for the partnership.
Yeah.
They're not in it
So
for the relationship. They're in it for monetary gain. And if you
that's
can't,
what it is. That's the world we in right now.
that's the world we in. And I'm not saying all women, because I know all women ain't like that, but
Mhm.
it's just the era that we're in, you're seeing it more commonly now. and it's kind of actually good though, because it weeds out the bullshit for somebody that's in a dating game.
The thing is, even the women you have that say, like, you might have a woman and she don't act like that with you. I think sometimes with this social media, you got all these women on here on social media and they paint this picture. Oh, I'm with this man, he do this, he provide that, and this and that. I'm on a trip, and you see all this shit. Like what Rel was saying earlier, man, you talking about 1% of men. So some of y'all that's on here posting online is lying. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men ain't doing that. And to keep it 100, a lot of men can't even afford that. If you really want to be 100. Now, then I seen a man that's black men. Let's just say women that date black men. I seen only 1% of black men make $100,000 or more. So you got a lot of women. And this my opinion from what I see, and this could be in my algorithm. So maybe y'all's is different. A lot of women that I see posting shit like that with the bougie shit, nigga paying this, paying that, are women I can tell date black men. So you tell me how all y'all able to show this lifestyle, but it's a 1% of black men make 100,000 or more. And nowadays 100,000 really ain't nothing no more. You know what I mean? So how are y'all living that lifestyle like that? Again, somebody motherfucking lying. Then you got the men that lead with money and trick. He might buy you certain things too, but he really can't afford it. He's showing you this up front, but you don't know what he's going through when you're not around. You don't know he just spent money on you to take you out, show you off, but he just didn't make his car payment. You know what I mean? Or he behind on the rent now because he went to buy the Fit, show off for you, and look and play that part like he that dude, and he not. You know what I mean? Now he in debt, about to get evicted and all kind of other shit. Tricking. You know what I mean? And that's a real thing.
You know what's crazy though? And even if you look at it, right, everything that goes on, and this is how you know the difference of like that is why these women are like this. Because the problem is that because of social media, the chicks that are only want dudes about money, the problem is that now what they're doing is being seen by everybody, right? Yeah. Like before social media, before reality TV, everything was word of mouth, right? So you didn't really know what a chick was doing unless you knew her, right? Yeah. Or unless niggas knew, right? But if you look at what's going there, women are the highest paid on OnlyFans, right? Women are going overseas to get pissed and shitted on, right? For money. Right?
I've seen that.
Right. Like if you think about everything if you even just strip clubs, right? There are more women strip clubs. There are probably 1% men strip clubs, and they don't even have strip clubs for men. They just do like male reviews, right? With like women privately, right? Yeah. Right. So if you look at this whole dynamic of women getting money from men spending their money, it's like a worldwide thing, right? Because there's no men traveling to Dubai because women are paying them to travel to Dubai. Like men ain't going nowhere to get paid for, you know what I mean? Like women ain't like, and if they are, it's like real low key. It's like nobody, it's like really like you got to be in a certain community to even know this is going on, right? But like it's not out in the forefront. It's not out in the public. Only women could go out here where dudes is spending money on them and giving them certain amount of money to do things with them. That don't happen for men. That's right. So that goes back to what you said, 80, like about dudes being, you know, it's like these dudes is leading with money, and some of them are leading with money because they have it and they're doing these things, which now these women are thinking like, oh, well, you should be able to do it too.
You should do it too, yeah.
Sorry, shorty, that you want to go get pissed and shit on, go right ahead. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing that, right? And that's the problem, is that a lot of these women, it's like lottery. It's like everybody, y'all not all going to hit the lottery. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the expectations of men to spend money in certain ways is just gotten out of control because of what we're seeing going on, where women are just out here, dudes
It's
is
false.
more money.
It's almost dating a kid, bro.
Right.
Like y'all remember when y'all was kids, you be with your parents, you always begging for shit all the time. You have no clue what the dollar mean. Mom might have bills to pay. You don't. She might be struggling, but you don't know that as a child. You go in the store, and every store you go until you want something. Your mom used to tell you in the parking lot, when we go in the store, don't you ask me for shit. She got to give you the warning.
Right.
It's almost like you dating adult kids now.
Right.
These women are supposed to be an adult and knowing the responsibilities, the financial responsibility, I should say, bills and all this shit. She don't check on you as a man. Like, hey, baby, you got you took care of that, baby. You handling that, hey, baby. That's a real woman.
Yeah.
These kid ass women always try to have you in position to keep spending and blowing fucking money. Like they always tell you, money don't grow on trees, bro. Baby, where you think all this money coming from?
Right.
You want to go here, you want to do that, you want to buy this, you want to keep up with this person, you want to be outside here, you want bottle service there. We can't do all that. And you want to do it Friday and Saturday, sometimes Sunday, and do it again next week.
Shorty, I cannot buy you Apple Jacks. You're gonna get Apple Cracks, the bag cereal. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, but see that also, I gotta say this for what you just said, Biz. That also goes to the type of women that niggas is attracting to, because certain places, we all know, like, you know what I'm saying, like, be in certain places, you're gonna attract certain women. Dress in a certain way, you're gonna attract certain women. Rolling in certain cars, you're gonna attract certain women. The activities and the hobbies and stuff that you do will attract a certain kind of woman. It all boils back down to that as well too. So, like, I'll give you an example. You know what I mean? We used to be, when we was in SAC, we used to go downtown and go kick it at Brandon's and what was all them clubs we used to go to downtown on J Street and all them. All the clubs we go to, but
Zoku, Brandon, and all that.
Yeah, all them, right? Zoku, Zoku used to smack too, but all them clubs. But we knew what we was gonna take down if we went there. So when we wasn't on none of that, where we go? What was that little spot we used to go to in Rockland and shit back in the day?
In Roseville?
Yeah, was it Rockland or Roseville?
Roseville. You talking about jukebox?
The jukebox. Remember back in the day we did the jukebox? So
guarantee.
But why was we going to the jukebox? Because we knew what type of woman that we was going to be able to take down from there as well too. So, so I'm just okay. Go. I'll get you in a minute. What you got? You know, daddy daycare don't never end, man. Hey, so that's also on these dudes, man. I done been to the strip club, to the area 51 or whatever, area 21 out here in Houston. Nigga, that ain't even no real strip club, bro. That shit don't make no goddamn sense. Hey, I'm talking about, bro, we done been to millions of strip clubs in our lives. I ain't never been to a strip club where you couldn't see the floor at all. I'm talking about not on the stage. I'm talking about on the floor where you can't even see the floor. Cats, you know, we talking about cats that's fronting it. It's a lot of dudes who just got it and they don't mind blowing it. You understand what I'm saying? Like for real. I'm talking about. I done been to all type of strip clubs, but this area 21, shit. Them dudes we talking about bands. They out there throwing bands.
It's stupid, bro.
And all the women that's there, all the dancers is there. They all park their cars in front of the damn strip club, right? I'm talking about AMGs, every Benz you could think of, Range Rovers, Vets, and these is the dancers, bro. These ain't the owners of the club or the rappers that be there and nothing else. The dancers park their cars in front of that joint. So, but naturally, but the reason I'm saying that to say this: if you a dude who putting yourself in that realm, you kind of automatically know what that come with. That come with a lot of that, hanging at these places, and doing all the woo-wop. Because these clubs and this, where are you meeting these women at that expecting you to do this? Is it online? Is it dating sites? I'm just saying as a whole, as men, where are men putting these? Because you know what type of woman you're gonna attract in certain places. And if that's where you frequent, then that's more likely what you're gonna leave with.
But you know it's crazy, You know why? And then here's the crazy part of why dudes even be doing that shit. Dudes be doing that shit so that the women can see them doing it, and then hoping that when they do it, the women flock to him. That's why they're doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Some more corny shit.
That goes back to what you said earlier. Because you trying to show off your money, right?
Yeah.
With your money. And that's really why they doing it. It ain't no other reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't doing it for the other niggas in there. You doing it to impress the women that's in there to think that, like, oh, he got money. I'm a bop with him later. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the dudes are. You know, and it's crazy because we you know, the men that do that feed into the bullshit that's going on, right? Like, if men really sat back and was like, yo, shorty, I ain't giving you nothing, right? A lot of women would change the narrative. It would change the narrative, period, in the world, because
Well, they definitely wouldn't have no choice.
right.
You know what I mean? Then it'd be like some greed shit too. Like, back onto like the strip club thing, they were saying, yeah, we know a lot of dumb niggas that go to the strip club, throw all their money up, and it's really to show off for other niggas in there to act like you got more money than him. That's all it's about. The women take the money. Yeah, they might get these cars and shit, and then they'll be out there talking about they got to have a man that make as much as them as more. And there isn't no man that make as much as a stripper unless you're an athlete or some high paid entertainer. You could be a doctor and still not make as much as some high paid stripper. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, then that's when the greed come in. If you're one of these high paid strippers, you making all this money, but damn, how much more money do you need?
Right.
You already got everything. You're already able to provide for yourself better than others, but you still want more on some greed shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then if men stop leading with money and say, you know what, I'm gonna back off. You got there, I'm cool. That same stripper with all the money, she gonna have, when she ain't getting that attention, she gonna give in and she gonna get with the dude that got less than. I guarantee you.
That's
you know what I mean? Still, at the end of the day, she still want a man regardless. But if we just stop paying attention to him, you know what I mean, and filling their head up, she gonna fold just like anybody else.
You know what's crazy? Like how y'all was saying, y'all would go to certain spots because you know, like the type of women that's in there. And it's crazy because even like, you know, I was heavy in the promotion scene, and Benz knows this, but for everybody else, I was heavy in the promotion scene. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's so crazy because when I'm in majority black parties, you know that it was harder to get women in those parties. Like, you know, it was harder to talk to women in those parties. I bought Benz to a Latin spot. They was on this nigga like he was sitting there. He didn't know what to do in there because he was just. I'm lying, Benz.
Man, like you was in heaven. All you had to do is sit still.
All you had to do, we were just sitting there. We had our table. We had maybe 2 bottles, nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I got the bottles on, like, because I was.
Oh, you talking about that spot? Yeah. I thought you was talking about the other one. We went upstairs and you was doing all the salsa dancing.
Yeah, downstairs where we went.
We went to that other. The other spot, the first spot.
Oh, where we went upstairs. Where's
upstairs dancing? There was somebody's birthday. I forgot her name though.
Right.
And then we went to the other spot. I think it was called Inwood or whatever that area called.
Yep.
Inwood. He brought me downstairs. It's just me and him. It's like we had 2 bottles and shit, I want to say at least eight women. Like,
just
all Dominican.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
oh, my bad. They said they from the DR. I didn't know what that meant because I ain't never seen no Dominican before.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But but like that was the thing. Like, and I tell people this all the time. It's crazy because in New York, it was sad. Is like I could bag in a Latin party. I could bag a badass Puerto Rican, Dominican chick, no problem, easy. I'm talking about All I got to do is just be, because the problem too is that a lot of Latin women that like black men, they like black men because they say we're nicer to them than the Dominican dudes, right? Or we're not like chauvinistic, right? Like so they gravitate towards us because we treat them nicer. And I'm telling you, it's just crazy because it could be a 10 Spanish chick, she could be a 10, and you take that same 10 in the black woman, and I promise you, if she's educated, unless I'm some hedge fund dude, she's not talking to me. And if she's hood, unless I'm the biggest drug dealer, scammer, rapper,
she ain't talking to you.
She's not talking to me. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's like, it's sad because I feel like even when you look
There you go.
like, even when you wait, why are you questioning the roles of men or women? Why have we gotten so far removed from traditional households? It's time, right? It's time, and that's what goes back to what I was saying earlier about I'm not getting with nobody unless we are coming up with plans that we both don't have to work. You know what I'm saying? That we coming up with plans of passive income for both of us. That we start
the traditional household. What she's saying, getting back to that, I don't know how we able to get back to it. You know, I mean, the times are different now. Where back in the 50s, 60s, when a man could go to work and a wife could stay home with the kids, but you still had enough to buy a house and pay the bills and do this and that. We don't live in them times like that anymore, where most men can't afford to take care of you, himself, and kids and all the bills. You know what I mean? Unless he's barely scraping by and you want to struggle.
And here's the other part they forgetting too. Here's the other part that the black community is forgetting. The urban community is forgetting one thing. First of all, back in the 50s and 60s, black men was only allowed to do certain jobs. So we was only making certain amount of money as black men. It was very rare that a black man was an entrepreneur or anything like that, because even if he was, that's the reason there's a Rosewood. That's the reason where there's a Black Wall Street, the Arizona, Tulsa, Arizona, whatever, right? Like these things, when black men tried to progress and do things, what happened? They burned that shit down. And these women are forgetting that as black men, we already starting. These motherfuckers got a head start. They got a big ass head start. You feel what I'm saying? We coming from behind and doing what we doing. So
you got a lot of women, even with, let's just say, women with no education, no certificate, no degrees. Let's just say a regular entry-level job. You get, if we're going to stick on subject, I want to say black women. I see a lot of the women getting hired before a lot of the men too. A lot easier.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So the women are in position of making money before this man make money. Unless we're going to say he work at a warehouse driving a forklift or something like that. Even if that being said, he doing that, that's still not enough money to really take care of a whole household, you and kids, and y'all live comfortable. And I ain't talking about showing out and balling. I mean, just comfortable. He's still going to be stressed out every day. You know what I'm saying? And the ends will not meet. And then you go complain when he's not home because he don't make enough. Now he either got to get a second job or he got to work a shitload of overtime on the main job, and he ain't there.
You know what?
If that's what you want.
This just came out in New York. This just came out. I saw it. Somebody posted it. This is a statistic. To live in New York comfortably, not rich, just comfortable, you have to be making $180,000 a year to live comfortable in New York.
Did you say 180?
180,000 to live comfortable in New York City.
I say no.
And like you said, Ben, there's only a percentage of black men making over 100,000. Not even 200,000, 100,000. So
1%.
So for the fact that the urban community is expecting men to do these outrageous, outlandish things is crazy because the urban community is delusional. It's no possible. It's like unless I'm doing certain things, it's not going to happen. For the man that works a sanitation job, for the man that's a cop, for the man works in the post office, there is no possible way for that man to make $180,000 a year. I don't care how long he's been on the job. I don't care how many raises he's got. He's not going to hit $180,000. And if he tries to come close, you know how many hours that man is working? He's probably doing 80 hours a week.
That's the part right there they don't understand, real. Like, if you made, first of all, you ain't gonna make hourly and make no 180, but if even let's say you can make 100,000 on hourly, right? But that's gonna come with a shitload of overtime. Then if a guy, let's say you in sales or something like that, where you make money, to make 180, you will have to be investing a whole lot of your time to hit these numbers like that. You know what I mean? But like I said, then you're gonna complain that the man isn't home anymore. You know what I mean? Then like we see some athletes, some entertainers too, where they're set millions of dollars and you think you're living a good life, but what then they all forget is the man's not home a lot. He's traveling, he's doing this and that. Then y'all be feeling lonely. And what y'all do? Then y'all call the maintenance man. You know what I mean? He coming through, taking you out, doing shit your man can't do. You know what I mean? You got the money, but your maintenance man friend come take care of everything else. You feel me? So you're never happy about shit. Either he broke or he got too much money, ain't got no time. You ain't never satisfied.
Right.
Like I think, and maybe I'm speaking for myself, but I think as men, if we are in position to take care of our girl, which is your wife or whatever, and y'all live together, I think we would rather do that. You know what I mean? I mean, on my end, if I'm in position to do it, I would do it.
Right.
But the basis, like what Tiana's saying, but the basis have to be provide. Provide means, do we have a car? Yes. Do we have a roof over our head? Yes. Do we have food in the house? Yes. Like y'all was saying earlier, they twist these words of providing. That doesn't mean getting the best hairdo, getting the best nails done, wearing the best clothes. We got to have the most expensive car. We got to take lavish trips. That's not providing. You know what I mean? Just like we can't twist it when we have single mamas out here talking about, yeah, I provide for my kids. I provide for mine. I do the best that I can. Well, that man might be doing the best that he can, but it ain't enough for y'all. But when you raising your kid and you say, I'm doing the best that I can, you want to be applauded. You know what I'm saying? It got to be the same playing field.
Some women ain't doing that. They ain't even taking care of the kids right because they too busy trying to be outside.
Like, you remember we talking about the EBT thing, and more of that's popping up now because we getting close to November 1st. And they talking about, I'm going to go rob these stores if I ain't got no money to feed my kids. My kids ain't going to go hungry. So this didn't just come out last week. This came out probably the beginning of October. So your first instinct was to go online and talk about how you going to rob a store versus say, hey, I got 30 days to go figure how to get $300-400 in my pocket so I can feed my kids next month.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Your first mind frame was how I'm going to go rob a store. But the same one complaining is the same one had her nails done and her hair was done too. How about not say I'm not going to get my hair and nails done? I'm about to use this money next month to feed my fucking kids.
Right. How about
you know what I'm saying?
Goddamn hair.
A lot of times we see these women in these videos that they talk like that and they use that kind of dialogue, and they don't type this shit online. They make a video of it, right? And when you see these women in their videos, it's exactly like y'all just said. They nails just got dead. They hair just got dead. It's like, in order for you to gain, you're gonna have to sacrifice. There is no gain without sacrifice. You have to give up something if that's what you're trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of I think, like, and that touches back on like what I was going to answer to Tiana, like, and you already touched on it, Benz. We live in a different time. You know what I'm saying? And there's you said you don't know how we get back to that shit. There is no getting back to it because as time change, people change. The way of thinking changes, period. And there's not enough people, and I agree with Tiana, but there's not enough people on board in our culture to make that shit come to fruition because most people don't give a fuck about none of that. They don't care about any of that. They don't want to get back to the basics. They don't want to get back to traditional. Ain't nobody trying to do all that. And in this generation, they wasn't even taught tradition. You see what I'm saying? It's like I always use the phrase hip hop moms, hip hop parents, right? The ones that you see twerking and they baby has got a doodle ass diaper in the background. You know what I'm saying? Doodle trails in the background on the ground, and you in the video twerking for TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit. Or even, and I say this respectfully, right? When you see like a King Von's moms or NBA YoungBoy moms posting on TikTok trying to look like these chicks that's half they, well, I won't even say half their age, because these chicks be like in their 30s now. You know what I'm saying? They be in their 30s trying to look like and pass off as, I won't say pass over, but they be trying to look like they be looking like OnlyFans models and shit. Like you so busy out here, you're not trying to be a mom or anything. You trying to be out here hanging with your son and smashing on his friends and at least, not if it's not his friends, it's dudes his friend's age or your son's age. Like I be looking, and there's nothing wrong with looking cute, man. Like don't get me wrong. Like I'm not trying to knock no woman for looking cute and all that, but it's how you carry yourself. And when I see you carrying yourself the same way that these women, these promiscuous OF models and with that don't have kids, you know what I'm saying? Like it tells me where you are. It's like what's that chick, Black China, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black China mom, whatever her name, Tokyo Tony. She a wild one. That's exactly when I say hip hop mom, that's the kind of mom I'm talking about. Not a woman, but just a mom, period. Just a mom, period. You know what I'm saying? So when you got when these are the way, because my generation, we buried the ones that used to hold a family together, the one that used to teach morals. So all that shit's out the window now. The ones that we see today, bro, like the moms, even the grandmoms, ain't like that. That's not where they mind. That's not their mind capacity. That's not the way they think. That's not how they move. That's not how they carry themselves. And there's nothing traditional about them. Their code of morale is way different than the actual, than has nothing to do with morals anymore.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like you said, time to change. The way people think today is just way different. And because of that, we could never get back to where we used to be. Like we not in back in the day. And Tiana says she ain't trying to like live like back in the day and all that. But even today, whether we're in the year 2035, if we lost as a culture today, imagine what we're gonna be like next year and the year after that and the year after, because it only gets worse. And we was YNs, and trust me, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'll speak for myself. I was a YN before YN was a thing, and it only gets worse. You see what I'm saying? So I can't imagine, like, as a culture or as a people, that we gonna regress back to when shit mattered, or you know what I'm saying, when we was more of a community, when there was a sense of community, because there's really no sense. We use the word loosely, like the black community or the hip hop culture. There's no culture and there's no more community. There's no sense of community within our own people. So we'll never get back to that shit. I guess I went all the way to fuck around the block to say I live next door. But
no, I think you're right on that. There ain't no the community gone. Even if, like you say, if we want to get back to tradition, how? It's too far gone.
I want to address what she's saying right here.
Okay.
Okay, with the household duties. So, and I don't know Legend's situation, but I know Ben's situation. Ben's lives by himself. He got his own place. He got a car, right? I got my own place. I'm in a 3-bedroom house by myself, right? If I was in another country, parents would be lining their daughters up at the door. Parents would be lining their daughters up. He's in a 3-bedroom house by himself. Girl, you better go get in there. Not he needs to buy you bags. Not he needs to get your hair done. Not he needs to get your nails done. None of that. You better go get in it. That man is in a house by himself. You better go get him, right? And that's the mental. But that's what I say. It's like it's almost other places there's value. In here in the urban community is no value in. So unless I'm in this house and then I'm also outside with Louis and Gucci and jewelry and throwing money everywhere, then it's value, right? Because I'm showing off, right? But if I'm just living simple because I got plans and goals, and then I'm in this house by myself, it's like that means it's almost crazy that means nothing. So am I handling my household duties by myself? Yeah. So obviously if a chick moves in, she's only going to add to it. She's not taking over my bills because I'm already paying these bills, right? Like I'm already paying the rent. I'm already paying the phone. I'm already paying the cable, right? So she should only be adding to it and helping it grow. She right, but that's not what they're trying to do. So as men, there are plenty of men out here doing household duties.
That's the thing right there. If you keep it in the urban community, like you said, again, they say, why are we talking about that? Because it can't speak on somebody else's race that I'm not. You know what I mean? But you remember the little meme all the time. It seemed like, you know, when a new saying comes out, everybody say the same goddamn shit. Like, I guess the new word today now is diabolical. I see that shit everywhere now.
Mhm.
Or just 6 months ago, it was what's the little word they used to give to men all the time? Every damn woman said it. Narcissist. Narcissist. We didn't hear that word 2 years ago. And every other woman says that 6 months ago. Now it's diabolical and all this shit. So whatever the cool word is for the day.
POV.
Damn, man, what I was just about to say to you, man. Oh, but sorry, it's urban shit. Remember, it was always, I just want somebody I can build an empire with. Everybody said build an empire.
Right.
How are we going to build if I'm the only one that's working? You want me to be the only provider for this empire.
Right.
And then
and that's not building the empire.
And the bricks we supposed to be using to build the empire with, I got to keep taking a brick away to support your nails, your hair, and everything else. I can't never build an empire to the top. Because the more I build it, you take away from it. You know what I'm saying? We keep going up just to come right back down. Won't you contribute? I'll work on this side, you work on that side, so we can get to the top of that pyramid. You know what I'm saying? Right. But they don't say it like that.
It's John Hope Bryant, and y'all should follow him. John Hope Bryant says, a giver and a giver is erotic. A giver and a taker is, what he say? A giver and a taker is neurotic, and a taker and a taker is psychotic. Because if you're a giver and a giver, if two people that come together, like you said, if two people come together and they both build, you building together. You're a giver and a giver. If you're a giver and a taker, I'm building and you taking. I'm building and you taking. I'm building and you. And so now, it's keeping us stagnant because every time I'm putting something up, you taking it out, right? And then if it's a taker and a taker, now we ain't getting nowhere because we ain't even start. Like I can't even put a foundation down because we taking from it.
Yeah, man, sometimes it be on some real shit. It'd be hard to. You would think it'd be easier to build with another person with you. Sometimes it'd be even harder to do that, man. You know, there's been times like, I don't know if y'all experience it, but in your life, and you say, hey, I need to, some of y'all ones like, hey, man, I need to come up with this down payment for this car. I didn't know it was going to cost me that much, but I got to grind to get this real quick. So you might cut expenses all the way down to the bare minimum. You might do shit, you know, you don't want to do, like eat fucking noodles every day for the next 3 weeks to a month because, you know, I got to stack to make this happen. You have a partner. Is she going to be down to eat these noodles with you for a month so you can hit this goal?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're trying to accomplish something, or you want to open up this business. Hey, babe, they say I got to give them 5 bands real quick to even get the keys to the door to open up this business. We can't go out to eat. We can't spend no extra money. We can't go here. We can't do shit but wake up and go back to sleep and eat these noodles in between time. Would she be down to do that shit for 30 days with you? It'd be hard, man. Like all that shit be sounding good till it's time to do it. You know what I mean? Oh, I ride with my man. I'll do it. No, you don't. It sound good. It sound, you know what, a lot of women, and I'm gonna get back on these women, man, because it's some real shit. Y'all be so quick to say what's politically that sounds right and what you want other people to agree with you on. What kind of man you want? I just want a man that can do this and do that. But that ain't the niggas y'all go after, and that's not the niggas y'all fuck with.
Right.
You
The
know,
niggas y'all fuck with be the opposite of what y'all tell the world what y'all looking for in a man. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
And like they always say, they want the Tupac in the suit. That's what y'all want. But the Tupac y'all get ain't got nothing. It'd be real shit though, bro.
Right.
And you already got to come to the table with it.
Right.
There's
And
only
don't
a
get me
certain amount
wrong.
of people
And
who
don't
look
get
at
me
the
wrong. There are women out there, and you know why? And you know why I say this, because you know, and this is why it's hard for me, because I got family members. My cousin Asia, my sister, right? I got family members that I literally watched, right? Like my sister, her and her man, her and her husband buckled down for a good, I think, 2 years, where they were both working like 2-3 jobs, doing all types of work to kill their college, to kill their debt from college, and to get themselves out of the red and into the black. And they did it together. And now that they've reached a certain point, now they're like, all right, now we could try and buy a house and do all this, that, and the third, right? My cousin Asia, she was dealing with a dude. She met the dude. He was working in the supermarket. Asia tried to put this man on, tried to help him get his CDL and everything, so he could progress, you know. So the crazy thing is that I know that there's women out there that's willing to work with their man, and that's why it's hard for me when women come around me on some gimme. I instant like, because honestly, most women that are looking for dudes that it's about the money, they tend to not even look my way, because I don't give off that energy like, oh, I got money and I'm going to spend it all on you. I don't give that energy off. So they don't even bother looking at me. Now, there's some that have slipped through the cracks because maybe they thought that, and then, once they got with me and then I realized that how they were, it was like, wait, nah, shorty, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? I had a girl that this girl I dealt with, and she was black, and it was crazy because I think in the first month or two, she asked me to borrow $100. Now, mind you, this girl worked on when Nick Cannon had his show, his daytime show, talk show. She worked on the show. So now here you are, you're working on this show, and you're asking me to borrow $100. And then she got mad because I tried to suggest some things for her to help her grow her money, right? And she took it as like, oh, like I didn't want to give her this money. And even there was something that happened where she was like, she was talking about getting like a wax or something like that or whatever. And she was like, oh, and she kept mentioning about it. And then she goes, she said something to the effect of, oh, I had asked her, I said, oh, did you ever get your wax? She said, no, I didn't get it. She said, you pay for it. And I'm like, and this is 2 months in, because I only dealt with her for like 3 months. This was 2 months in. And I'm just looking at her like, yo, you think that what you think is going on here? Like, you know what I mean? But I realized that she was one of those that expected a man to pay for things, right? And it was like, you talking about going to get a wax. Like, if you can't afford the wax, then you better go in there and use that razor. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm only dealing with you 2 months. We don't live together. You got your place, I got mine. Like, I don't know what you're like, and that's why I said she slipped through the cracks, because if I known she was like that, I would have never dealt with her in the first place. Because I don't like I said, I don't lead with money, and I don't have. And then the other crazy part about it too was, I even noticed. Then it was like, all right, you want me to do these things, and then you're like, so the way I work, right? I'm like, all right, I'm only dealing with shorty, and the way I work, I don't want to stop. Sometimes I don't want to stop work, so I'm not going to stop work to go let you in my house. So I let her hold my spare key, and I was like, yo, you go let yourself in, right? And I remember one day I was finished, I was done working, and I called her and I'm like, oh, I'm about to head to the house. You hungry? And she was like, oh no, I stopped at Chipotle. And I was sitting there and I'm like, hold on. You going to my motherfucking house? You didn't call me and ask me if I wanted anything to eat? Like, so you just went and stopped at Chipotle, got yourself something to eat. You ain't think to call and ask me if I wanted something to eat. And then that just told me right there, this is the type of woman that I wouldn't be able to depend on her to hold down the household, because you're already showing me that you're a selfish individual and it's about you. Excuse me, because you go into a man's house and you don't ask that man if he wants something to eat and say, yo, you know what? Because even too, if you're smart, me as a man, if you call me and say, yo, babe, I'm going to Chipotle, you want something? I'm the type of nigga, oh, you need money? I'm going to send you the money for our food. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that, now I'm not even expecting you to pay for it. I mean, if you say, okay, yeah, babe, no, don't worry about it, I got it. Okay, cool. But so this just showed me the individual she was. And this is why I say, like, I need a woman that we gotta have the same mindset and be in the same frame of mind to build something, because she definitely was a taker. You feel what I'm saying? And all that would have happened is if something would have happened to me, we was going to end up broke, because you asking me for $100 to pay you up to, because you got a bill to pay. That means you can't maintain your money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then so I'm supposed to provide for us, and you can't even maintain the money that we're bringing in. We're gonna go. It's gonna be a sinking ship. It's gonna be an only sinking ship.
Yo, I have no idea what y'all talking about.
Oh, you missed the first part.
I wanna, but look, I don't want to I can't touch on what y'all talking about or whatever, but I did want to address something, if it's okay, to Tiana, because I know you touched on the rail when she said like women can work and today have no problem, but more women need to be okay with household duties. I'm gonna say it like this, man. Tiana, you gotta look harder. You gotta look other places. Wherever you be finding your dudes, you just gotta look someplace else. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes, I'll speak for myself. I know, when I say this, I know for a fact that there's a lot of dudes that are like me. Well, I don't mind sharing household duties. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind going to work for 12 hours and coming home to cook, and on my off days clean. I don't know where you be looking for dudes like that, but
yeah, it's true.
Wherever you be looking, you just not looking in the right places, because it's not that men are not willing to do it. It's just that you looking in the wrong place for those kind of men, maybe. And another thing is this, man. I said sacrifice earlier, right? There's no such thing as a perfect man. Just like there's no such thing as a perfect woman, right? You gonna like everything about somebody, but either this, that, or the third. My bottom line is, you're not gonna like every fucking thing about somebody. Because no matter all the things that I might like about you, Tiana, or whoever the female is that's listening, right? I'm not gonna like everything about you. There's gonna be a couple of things where I'm gonna have to be like, y'all can accept that in exchange for this.
Right.
That's what we call redeeming qualities. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you might find a man like that that's willing to share those household responsibilities, but and again, I'm talking directly to Tiana. Like, you might find that man, but he might come up short in other areas. Are you willing to accept where he come up short in other areas in exchange for him being willing to accept the household duties at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But again, it's like we said earlier, bro, like everything is going to be a 50-50 because sometimes I cook in the house, right? I don't want her to cook. Let me take care of that. I don't mind going to work, coming home and cooking. You know what I'm saying? But can you do those dishes? And I'm not saying every time do the dishes. I'll do the dishes too. You see what I'm saying? But it's a 50-50 thing. And as long as, and what's understood don't need to be spoken. We've never spoke on a lot of shit. It's just automatic. And that's how you know that's how you know you got the right one. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta sit down and negotiate about shit and talk about shit and have discussions and all that other shit, you're not with the right person, man. But yeah, but it's the same thing with y'all. Like, women, we might be that dude, but what are you bringing to the table though? Look at all of Go ahead, fam. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
My bad. My ex.
No, you good.
My ex always wanted me to cook, but I'm the better cook. You feel what I'm saying? So I get it, right? Like, I cook, but my food is better. You know what I mean? Because that's actually what I love to do. You know what I mean? But she would be like, you cook better than me. But she ain't had no problem washing the dishes. She's like, no, I'll do the dishes. She liked it, but she cleans better than me. You know what I mean? Like, not saying I'm dirty, but she likes to clean. You know what I mean? She liked to clean.
Right.
And so it's like, yeah, I don't have a problem if I don't have to work 60 hours. Yeah, I only got to work 30. When I'm done, I'll come home, I'll chef this shit up. You feel what I'm saying? But if I got to work 60, I'm not coming home and cooking. I'm tired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I work 60 hours. I'm not even expecting no ass. I might come home and be like, yo, I'm beat, take a shower and fall out. You feel what I'm saying? Shit, I might fall out in my clothes. I might sit on the couch. Next minute, I'm looking at the TV and I'm knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that's the other thing too that people gotta understand, because it's like, I always say, I would never expect my woman to come home. We both work the same amount of hours. I would never expect my woman to come home and do all the chores and we both work the same amount of hours. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if that's a lot on, that's unfair to her too. You feel what I'm saying? That's what dudes be forgetting too. That's unfair to her as well, especially if y'all got kids. You can't expect no woman to come home after y'all both work 40 hours a week, and now she's coming home every day after work, and you coming home every day after work, and you sitting on the couch like this, and she running around the house cleaning, cooking, taking care of the kids, all that. That's a lot. Because that's another thing that we gotta realize too. This ain't those times no more where the man is just out working and the woman's home all day and she's doing everything in the house because she's home all day. I got a home girl. Her man's a trucker. He has a trucking business. He scaled his business. He has drivers and everything. He still drives himself, but she doesn't work. She hasn't worked for like a year, but she also helped his business grow because she's a finance major. So she has a major in finance. So she did all his books, right? Got his money growing because he wasn't doing his books right. Got his money growing, doing his books, and she's also, when he comes home, he don't gotta lift a finger. But chicks ain't doing that. You feel what I'm saying? But that's balance right there.
Let me
I
ask y'all something. Not to cut you off, fam, but
God.
like, would y'all look at the woman that's like what you just described, bro? Because I got a homie that's like the same way, bro. This nigga make wild bread, but she ain't got to work, but she still work because she chooses to. A woman that does all that shit, what you talking about, that does everything that you saying. Do y'all, and I'm asking you to you to this, Benz.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all look at that as a woman, like, is she a provider?
Say
Yeah,
it
And
one
I'm
more
you,
time.
I'm just saying, like, let's just eliminate money.
Mhm.
Let's
Mm-hmm.
just eliminate money. It's just the principle of what you're doing and the role that you playing in the relationship or in the household or whatever, if there's kids involved, whatever, however it goes. But if that's what you're doing, and you paying the bills, and she's managing the money, she's taking care of the kids, and she's making sure you ain't got to lift a finger at home when you get in and whatever have not. Do y'all look at that woman as being a provider?
Yeah. I think I look at it as a partner helping out
I look at it as a provider
because it's a
because
role.
I look
Right.
at it as a provider too, because if she's managing the money and not only managing it and helping it grow,
Yeah.
right? She's doing her part, right? She's not just taking away. She's managing it, she's making it grow, and she's cooking and she's cleaning, your laundry's done, house is clean. She's doing she's doing stuff in the house to make the house look better, right? She's providing. She's providing something to the household
Right.
that because I'm out all day in the truck working, I'm not
Yeah.
home for days. She's providing something. She's providing something to the household that if I had to do it by myself, it might not get done, right? Because
Right.
if I'm out working like that all day, every day, and I'm coming home, I may want to change the fixtures in the bathroom. I may want to, right? I may want to fix stuff in the house, paint this room, do that, but I'm not doing it because I've been driving all goddamn week. I'm tired. I just want to come
Right.
home and chill, right?
Yeah.
So now she's providing something that I can't provide because I work too much. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
would say she's a provider, right? And like I said too, if you're managing the money and making it grow, you're definitely providing because you're making this money grow, right? I'm bringing it in. You're doing as my partner, you're doing your part, right? Most businesses have a finance department, right? Have accountants, finance department, all this shit. Because if they don't manage that money right, if they don't make that money grow, if they're not putting it in the right places, then they're not providing the service as finance managers. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that woman is a provider. If you're just cooking, if you're just like doing household stuff, like you're not like is, but and then I still got to manage the money, and I still got to get stuff fixed, and I still got to. Then
Yeah.
now it's like, all right, yeah, you're cooking and cleaning, but you're not really providing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
just
He said,
you just
but
cooking and cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
yeah, you helping out, but it's like you still, but you're spending this money that I'm bringing in, and I still got to do, the books. You know what I mean? Then
Yeah.
then you're not providing nothing.
Yeah. Yep. I look at it as a partner, man. Long as she ain't sitting on her ass not doing nothing, clean the house, cook, take care of the kids, which I think most men probably want that if they are in a position to take care of everything else 100%. And the finances, make sure these bills paid while I'm at work. That's one less thing you got to think about.
Yeah.
Right.
I shouldn't have to worry about the bills paid on time. You should already have that. You should. And then I see if she got access to your account. Y'all got joint accounts, make sure it's done. That's
Yeah.
it.
Right.
But other than that, yeah. But
Because that's the thing too. I think the other part with that people don't understand about with the whole thing of providing to it's financial, mental, emotional, all. It's all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's all of it. It ain't just so if I'm bringing in all the money and I'm coming to the house and I'm treating you like a piece of shit, or if I'm bringing in all the money and I'm coming to the house and you treating me like a piece of shit, then the providing is not happening. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
now we just in a place of like, that ain't nothing but arguments and fights every time you come home. That's the niggas that pull up to the driveway. You know how they say niggas pull up to the driveway, they sit in the car about 30 minutes before they go in the house?
Yeah.
Niggas are sitting there like, whew, I gotta go.
Yeah, but shit, man. Well, man, I appreciate y'all coming on tonight, bro. Getting into the topic, man. So I guess the moral of the story is we ain't taking care of y'all. You gotta bring something to the table.
Right.
Unless
we ain't taking care
unless
of
you're a
each
man in a
other.
position like that, and don't put that pressure on every man, because most men is not positioned to be handling it 100%. Them days is over with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
And all you New York mother hoes, listen, 180,000.
yeah, come on.
So if
cut
he
it
ain't
out.
got 180,000, he not doing. And that's how. See, that's the part they forgetting. They said comfortable. 180,000 to be comfortable in New York. That's not
comfortable.
That's not 180,000 take care of everybody. That's 180,000 for me to be comfortable by myself.
Yeah. And once again, and for you women, your man is 100% provider, and y'all see him struggling, can't come home, can't never lead a job, in a bad mood, he always tired, man. Please get off your ass and get a job and help this man out. I don't care if it's part-time. Contribute something, man. You want to beat the man up for what? So you can just sit at home?
Right.
I guess that's one of the reasons why they say men die faster than women. That's why. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why they fuck y'all Section 8 up.
Yeah. Now y'all gonna see what it feel like. Now get out there for 12, 16 hours. But yeah, man, we about to side out, man. Thank y'all for being on the show, man. Shout out.
Back, man.
Yes, sir. Shout out to that boy Real. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Legend. We'll do it again soon, y'all. We standing on it, man. Y'all have a good night. Take it easy.
Always. Peace.
Peace.